So yes, very good morning, one and all, one more time. And today we have to move ahead with the semaphore, and we have to solve some of one or two problems, numericals, by using the semaphore. Okay. Now there is a one question where we have to use the binary semaphore. Yesterday we have completed the semaphore, how we can use semaphore to arrange the sequence of the execution of processes, as well as we have discussed the resource allocation, or to manage the resources, how we can use the semaphore. Also we have solved one example based upon the semaphore which was asked in the your gate examination. Right now the next question is, we have to use here binary semaphore. This question is based upon the binary semaphore. The question is like, each process, a set of processes there, and the processes are from 0 to 9. They execute the following code. Okay. There are total 1 to 9 processes here which execute this given code. Repeat W of mutex, CS, that is context switch, and the S of mutex, and this is forever. Okay. So 1 to 9 processes, they run this line of code. And there is one more section where it says process P10 executes the following code. And in this P10, we have repeat, S of mutex, critical section, and S of mutex, forever. Okay. Now here W and S means, this W is representing the wait operation, wait atomic operation, in which the semaphore value will be decremented by 1. Now we have the second one, that is S, which is called as signal operation, signal atomic operation, in which the value of the semaphore will be incremented by 1. The same here in the P10 process, we have a code, but there is operation signal and the signal. There will be a signal operation performed for 2 times. Okay, where the value of the semaphore will be incremented by 1. Okay. Now here the common resource, the common resource, which is the variable mutex, is shared between this all processes 1 to 9, which are performing, which are executing this line of code, and process 10, which is executing this line of code. Okay, there is a mutex variable which will be shared by all the processes. Now the question is, what is the maximum number of processes that may present in critical section at any point of time? I will repeat the question. What is the maximum number of processes that may present in critical section at any point of time? Okay. Now the given data is, we have total 10 processes, from which 1 to 9 processes run this line of code. Only 10 process will run this line of code. Okay. And now we have to identify at the same time in the critical section how many processes can reside. Okay. And there is a value of mutex variable, that is 1. Now this mutex is representing here the semaphore variable, isn't it? If you can observe this operation W and the S, that is wait and the signal, then it is representing the variable mutex. That means this is the name of semaphore integer variable. And we all know now what is semaphore. Semaphore is an simple integer variable which is accessed to control the critical section line of code, so that whatever the concurrent processes are running, executing. Concurrent processes means processes which are which shares the data with each other, right? So if they are concurrent processes, and if they are accessing any variable memory input output devices, that will be considered under the critical section, and we are going to control that by using the wait and the signal operation. So now here mutex is a semaphore variable. Okay. Now what we will do, we will simply first of all run this line of code, and we will get to know that what is happening while we are running this. Now suppose the code, I will write this one. The code given is repeat W of mutex. Then here is the critical section. And then we have S of mutex. And this is something forever. Whatever the code will be there. Okay. Now, Suppose this code will be executing if any P1 process, we will start with the P1 process. Okay. If P1 will get the access of CPU, what if P1 wants to gain the access of critical section, what P1 has to do? P1 has to run the entry section of the code. An entry section contains the weight of mutex, isn't it? And we all know that in weight operation, in weight atomic operation, always the value of the semaphore will be decremented by 1. And we know that the mutex value here initialized with the 1. And even if it is not given, even if it is not mentioned the value of any semaphore variable, but if it is mentioned that we have to use the binary semaphore, then always remember the semaphore value will be initialized with the 1, right? So here mutex is equals to 1. So if P1 is running this W of mutex, then value of the semaphore variable will decrement by 1. So the value now becomes 0. Now after um, running this wait operation, P1 will get the access of critical section. Okay. Now suppose, okay, now what we will do, we will first run this entire program in regular manner. We will consider there is no any permission or nothing. Now we will consider that critical section has been executed and gained the access by P1. Okay, uska critical section run ho gaya. Now it will run the exit section, S of mutex. S of mutex is signal of mutex, which will increment the value of semaphore integer variable by 1. So whatever the value it has decremented in the entry section, now it is going to increment it by 1. So again, the mutex value will become 1. So after that, whatever the code will be there, that will be run by P1. This is the regular, we can say, operation, isn't it? Now, but the condition is we have to check how many maximum number of processes that may present in the critical section at any point of time, है ना? तो इसका मतलब है we have to check in critical section how many processes can reside. Means we don't need to we don't need to complete the execution of this process. We have to keep these processes in the critical section only, and वहां पे check करना है कि how many processes can come inside of this critical section, वो हमें check करना है. Okay, ये हमने देखा कि अब ये P1 process regular run होता है तो कैसे run होगा. Now suppose फिर से ये हुआ case 1 है ना, एक केस देखा हमने. अभी case 2 जो इन्होंने पूछा है वो हम देख रहे हैं कि how many processes can reside in critical section. Suppose P1 process arrived in the CPU. Now P1 process wants to gain the access of critical section. What it will do? It will run the entry code, whereas the mutex value which is initialized to 0, now it will be decremented to 1 क्योंकि wait operation है यहाँ पे, तो decrement हुआ तो क्या होगा? Value will become 0. Now suppose P1 has entered into the critical section. मान लो ये critical section है और अब P1 यहाँ पे enter हो चुका है. Fine. What now I have to check? How many processes can reside at the same time? Number of processes are given and we have to check how many processes can reside at the same time in the critical section, isn't it? Now I will consider P1 is preempted or P1 is executing inside of the critical section, and at that time P2 wants to execute. मान लो P2 का next turn है. Now P2 what will do? P2 will come and it will run again the W of mutex. W of mutex means value of semaphore variable will decrement by 1. अब value of semaphore variable क्या है? ये वाला हमारा चल रहा है. ये this was the first case. ये हो चुका. This is the regular case. And this is according to given problem. Okay. Now mutex was 0, right? और अगर यहाँ पे weight of operation perform करना है to the P2, what will happen? 0 minus 1 होगा. But we know that if the value is 0 या फिर less than 0 है, then any process can't get the access of critical section. Agree? Is it correct? तेजस समझ में आ रहा है? If the value of mutex variable or if the value of semaphore variable is equals to 0 or less than 0, then no any process can get the access of critical section further. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, correct, Riddhi. So what I'm saying is, if the value is of mutex is 0 now, then P2, if that P2 wants to gain the access of critical section, that P2 can't get the access because of the value of this mutex variable, that is the semaphore variable, right? So what P2 have to do? P2 have to wait now. There is no any other option. Okay. So मान लो P3 आया, the same thing will happen, right? P3 आएगा, फिर चेक करेगा P1 क्योंकि अंदर है क्रिटिकल सेक्शन के, व्हाट विल हैपन, इसकी वैल्यू हमेशा 0 ही है जब तक P1 बाहर नहीं जाता और सिग्नल ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करके इसकी वैल्यू 1 से इंक्रीमेंट नहीं करता. Till then, no any process from this section, from this collection, no any process can come and execute the critical section. It will be same for P2, P3, P4, P5 up to P9. Even if the P9 will come, P9 will execute this one and he will find the mutex value is 0, so I cannot gain the access of critical section. Is it? So 1 to 9, oh sorry, 2 to 9 can't execute while one of the process is present inside of this critical section. But now we have one more partition, one more process is available, process P10, which executes some different line of code, isn't it? P1 to P9 के लिए ये कोड था, but P10 का कोड थोड़ा सा चेक करते हैं. What is the code? Repeat mutex critical section. This is the signal operation. We know that in the signal operation, the value of the semaphore variable will increment. Here, at the end of this critical section also, it is incrementing the value, right? Now here, what will happen? Suppose while P1 is present in the critical section, suppose P10 will come. Okay, suppose P10 will come. Now what will happen? 1 to 9, 2 to 9 वाले को तो possible ही नहीं है, वो हमने देखा. But P10 आया तो क्या होगा? P10 have to run this line of code, this entry section S of mutex, and S of mutex is was signal of mutex, right? मतलब value of the mutex variable will increment by 1. So what it will do, it will check the mutex value, which is 0. Now it will increment the value by 1, right? Now if the value will increment by 1, that means P10 can gain the access of critical section, isn't it? So P10 can now reside into this we can say critical section. Okay. Now here, after execution, suppose P10 will come outside. I think यहाँ पे wait है. Let me just verify. Just a minute. Okay. Now what P10 will do? Suppose P10 continues the execution. Huh? Now suppose P2 wants to come into or gain the access of critical section. Now whether P2 can gain the access of critical section before P10, P2 or up to P9, no any process was able to gain the access of critical section, isn't it? But now the condition has changed because of the P10. P10 performed the incrementation of mutex variable. So now P2 suppose arrived and P2 wants to gain the access. So what P2 will do? It will run the wait operation. Now what is wait operation? To increment the semaphore value by decrement the semaphore value by 0. Now suppose it becomes 0. Okay. And now after running, the P2 can gain the access of critical section. Now P2 can reside into the critical section, right? Now at the same time, now suppose again P3 भी तो waiting में था ना. Now suppose P3 wants to gain the access of critical section. What P3 will do? It will again run the wait operation. Now when it will run the wait operation, it will find the value of the mutex is 0. That means P3 cannot gain the access of critical section, isn't it? That means now the same condition will occur. P3 to P9 cannot gain the access of critical section because of the mutex value is 0, right? So sometimes it may possible कि some students will say that means the answer is 3. कि 3 processes can reside P1, P10 or any one of the different or मतलब total 3 processes can reside in the critical section at the same time. ये confusion हो सकता है. But check out this carefully. मान लो यहाँ पे जैसे मेरा confusion था अभी थोड़ी देर पहले कि यहाँ पे S ही है या W है. अगर यहाँ पे weight of operation रहता, then what will happen? Even if the P10 will come outside, the value of the mutex variable becomes value of the mutex variable will be decremented. But in P10 process code, Even at the exit section of critical section, there is a signal operation. And we know that signal operation performs the incrementation operation. That means value of the mutex will be incremented by 1. Now consider, while P1, P10 and P2 was there in the critical section, now P10 has done the execution part in the critical section. Now P10 will exit. So at the time of exiting, the P10 will run this S of mutex, right? So now it will increment the value of this mutex to the 1. It will increment the value by 1, right? Now P10 will exit from this critical section. Okay, now the mutex value is 1. Now suppose P3 arrived again. Now whether P3 can gain the access? Yes, now it can gain the access because of the value is non-zero. Value is 1, right? Now P3 will come, it will run the wait operation, and again it will decrement the value by 1. So suppose P3 come inside. Okay, suppose abhi P4 आया. What will happen? P4 अगर आया तो now P4 will run the wait operation. ओके, वेट ऑपरेशन में क्या होता है, वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंट होती है, बट डिक्रीमेंट करने के लिए वैल्यू 0 है. दैट मींस P4 कैन नॉट रन दिस ऑपरेशन नाउ, राइट? बट वी नो दैट P10 कैन रन, isn't it? P10 can run. So P10 will come, it will run the signal of mutex, which will increment the value by 1. Then P10 will end. Now even now also in some other process can come, isn't it? P4 आया, P4 will run the wait operation. It will gain the value mutex is equals to 1. That means P4 can run, P4 can gain the access of critical section. Now in the wait operation, it will decrement the value of mutex variable and it will come inside of this critical section. अभी P5 आना चाहता है, सेम होगा, वेट ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है, लेकिन वैल्यू ऑफ म्यूटेक्स 0 है. दैट मींस P5 कैन नॉट रन, बट अगेन we can exit this P10. So at the P10 exit operation, the value of this mutex will again increment by 1. So P10 will be exited. Okay, उसका execution हुआ. अब P5 can enter because of this mutex value. So in this way अभी P5 के बाद फिर से बचे हुए कोई नहीं आ सकता, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे, P10 को अंदर लेंगे. फिर हम क्या करेंगे, P10 को लेने के बाद value will be incremented by 1. Then we will take inside P6. Then P7 to P9 नहीं आ सकते. So what we will do? Again we will exit the P10 where value will again यहाँ पे 0 हुआ, फिर वापस से at the exit of this P10 value will become 1, isn't it? So in this way P6, P7, P8 and P9 this can reside at the same time in the, मतलब एक एक करके हम क्या कर रहे हैं, we are taking inside all the processes in the critical section by just exiting and entering the P10 process. And now we can say that what is the maximum number of processes that any processes that may present in critical section at any point of time. So all the processes from process 1 to 10, आखिरी की प्रोसेस 9th वाली लेने के बाद फिर अगर हमने P10 को एंट्री मार दिया तो P10 can come, and at the end all the processes can reside in the critical section. So we can say that total it may P1 to P10 processes inside of critical section. ये रख सकता है, right? If we will run this type of the condition, अगर preemption वाला P10 का हम लोग इस तरीके से entry exit कर दें, so at the same time P1 to P10 can reside into this critical section. Is it clear, everyone?
मैम पर क्वेश्चन में तो एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पूछा है ना.
हाँ हाँ, तो वही ना, किसी भी एक पॉइंट पे जाके आप वो पॉइंट आप खुद से डिसाइड करो कि मैक्सिमम पॉइंट आपका क्या आएगा। अपने पास है तो टोटल कितने प्रोसेस है, मतलब अगर सबको अलाउ करेंगे तभी मैक्सिमम 10 ही आ सकते हैं। बट वी वे आर चेकिंग कि ऐसा कोई कंडीशन हो सकता है जिसमें कम होगा, बट या फिर मैक्सिमम अलाउ हम किसी केस में कर सकते हैं या नहीं कर सकते हैं। वी हैव टोटल 10 प्रोसेसेस, मतलब किसी भी पॉइंट पे जाके मैक्स टू मैक्स हमारे पास 10 प्रोसेसेस ही रिसाइड कर सकते हैं इनटू दिस क्रिटिकल सेक्शन, राइट। बट what we are checking at any point whether this number of या how many number of processes can reside into this critical section। तो इस तरीके से अगर हम P10 को each and every time exit and entry करते हैं, then we can reside all these processes inside of this critical section. There is no any limitation for exiting or entering this P10 process। यहाँ पे कुछ restriction नहीं दिया हुआ है, राइट यहाँ पे कोई भी यहाँ पे लिमिटेशन नहीं लिखा हुआ है उसका। P10 का कुछ कहा नहीं है कि दिस प्रोसेस विल एग्जीक्यूट फॉर एटलीस्ट ओनली फॉर वंस, ऐसा कुछ लिखा नहीं है। सो वी कैन कंसिडर और वी कैन यूज एनी ऑफ द प्रोसेस। अगर इसके अलावा भी आपको कोई सोल्यूशन मिल रहा है दैट इज ऑल्सो ओके, बट यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट बाय यूजिंग दैट सोल्यूशन कि मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेसेस एट एनी पॉइंट कितने रिसाइड हो सकते हैं, मे पॉसिबल, वो देखना है हमें। ओके
Okay, ma'am.
So write down this question and write down the answer for this, and ये जो solution है उसका solution आप खुद से बाद में वापस से try करना, revise करना खुद से। बस side में लिख के ले लो answer कि कितने processes, but question लिख के लो and solve yourself for the revision purpose. Okay, Rutuja, thank you. The question is, suppose we want to synchronize two processes P and Q using binary semaphores. There are two processes given P and the Q, and the code is while of one W print O 0 है actually, one इधर है तो W, that is the weight of W is this is the semaphore entry, right? W and X, Y and Z. So W print 0, and Y print 1. This is a process queue. The question is, we want output string should be like 0011 0011 0011. So what will be the case? ठीक है, यहाँ पे दो variables है S and the T, okay, S and the T, and there are 4 cases given. 4 cases given. At the place of W, if we will repeat, suppose A केस मैंने दिया, मैं बस बताती हूँ कि प्रोसीड आप कैसे करोगे। P और V मैंने बताया था कि W के जगह पे P होता है, वेट ऑपरेशन की जगह पे P भी लिखा जाता है, एंड सिग्नल ऑपरेशन की जगह पे V भी लिखा जाता है। ओके, सो दिस विल बी द एंट्री कोड, दिस विल बी द एग्जिट कोड। नाउ सपोज एट द प्लेस ऑफ W, ये जो लिखा हुआ है W, P of S we will write, and the value of this, value of both will be 1। ठीक है, यहाँ पे V of S, यहाँ पे P of T and V of T, तो यहाँ पे वैल्यूज 1 1 1 1 इस तरीके से। तो ऐसे 4 केसेस है, वी हैव टोटल 4 केसेस वेयर वैल्यू फॉर द S and T variable is different in each case, and we want to find out how we can run this line of code so that we will get this output string. Okay, try to solve this. I will give the time, then we will see the solution.